Hello blondies and welcome back to Happy Blonde. I hope you're all doing amazing and I'm back with another Party Princess training video. Now for this video, again, I am going behind the scenes because I do have to say I did the mannerisms video, the slang video, couples edition, performing video. Most of my videos were about performing characters, but I want to give a little bit of insight into how it is behind the curtains, behind the scenes, as to how CEOs can run Party Princess companies. And one of the comments that I got, and I've actually been asked this a lot, either privately or publicly, is how do you address being a Party Princess company with a lot of competition around you? And I have a lot of experience in that, so get ready for this roller coaster ride. Pausing the video just to say go follow me on my Instagram at happy.blonde.s. I have amazing pictures there, do a lot of polls. You can see all my shoots. I interact with my Blondie squad a lot over there, so just please join up the fam. We are growing little by little every single day, and I am so in love with that fact.
Are you a party princess who wants to perfect her performance skills and be a part of a community of other royals who want to grow just like you? Then welcome to Happy Blonde's Princess Training Academy. Message me today for a free consult to see if my academy is the perfect fit for you.
Now, we can start off the video. So I do have to say that the other day I got a comment about a girl who doesn't want to be a part of a Party Princess company and she wants to start up her own business, but she doesn't want to seem as like intentional competition. Now here is the tea about that. You are always going to be seen as competition because you are in the same department, like the same type of business, than your company. A Party Princess company is still a Party Princess company in Puerto Rico, in the States, in Ireland, and Africa. It's literally the same business, so it is going to be competition, and it is a very saturated market. Years before, not many character companies were around, and now it's a very popular thing that has a very high demand. People want characters in their kids' birthday parties a lot and for events, so having this happen means that a lot of princess companies are gonna pop up. So the first thing that you need to think is, I am not the only one in this market, therefore I am not the only competition. I will have competition eventually because you're not going to be the baby company in the market always. Somebody new is going to pop up after you, but you're also not going to be the oldest company in the market, and that is a-okay. Now, some companies are very nice. You can join princess groups on Facebook. That is something that I highly recommend. It's amazing that you belong to this community. The Party Princess community is a beautiful community to be a part of. It is a magical one where you're going to meet a lot of royals just like you who share a lot of love for Disney. And we love what we do. So you're going to have a lot of performers saying, for example, hey, I run a company, you run a company, let's talk. And sometimes these companies even exchange performers. Like for example, I've seen in these groups where somebody asks, hey, I have an aerial gig and my performer can't make it. Is there an aerial in the area that can actually come work with me for this just one gig? Things like that happen. But there are some other nasty people in this business, and that is what we're going to be concentrating on the most. How can you deal with nasty business owners who want to really just step down on you, and how you can stay as professional, as royal, and as kind as you possibly can. Now the first thing that I do have to say, I've had first-hand experience in this. I worked for another Party Princess company here in Puerto Rico before I started up mine, and when I started out my company, she immediately just wanted to crush me down. She saw me as competition. I was her best performer, and eventually she did close down. She didn't have any more people to work for her. But during my first year and a half, I do have to say, she came at me a lot. She tried to steal my performers by trying to pay them more. She wanted to comment on every single thing. She wanted to leave reviews on my page. And the first thing that you're going to do is block these people. They can see your page, but they cannot interact with it. So that is the first thing that you're going to do if somebody does get nasty with you through social media. Block them and save conversations. Please do not insult these people. Let them insult you first. It's going to sound really bad, but please stay with me on this loop. If they insult you first and you treat them with kindness and they continue insulting you, you just screenshot that and you just say, okay, I'll take it up with my lawyers. Even though if it's a lie, peeps. You know, just keep that evidence, and if you do actually need to take it to a lawyer, you have good evidence and they are not going to question you because you were kind and courteous and professional all the time. Now, if these people get nasty in person, please, please, please call a cop. Call 911. This should not be okay. Most of the time this is going to happen through social media. I met a beautiful princess the other day that she runs a company, and she said that she used to have issues with a company in her area where the clients used to call the other company asking if her company was hers, and she lied and said yes, and that's how she got the booking. If you get things like this, again, reach out to the company, say this is not okay, give them a professional, clean-worthed warning. If they do not budge with you, screenshot everything, keep it in, take it to legal matters. Because it's very important that you protect your company. It costs you a lot of money to get your company to where it is. It has cost you tears, it has cost you smiles, time, a lot of energy for somebody else to try and put it down. And most of these people who try and put it down are people who don't even have half of the quality and half of the services and half of the magic that you offer. So most of these times, this is going to be really, really envious. Do not take it with them through social media. For example, when I started out again, the thing that makes my company unique is the fact that our princesses have multiple outfits. The princesses have outfits for sports events and for casual events and mix and match and their classic wear and their prom wear and their everything wear. That is something that I wanted to do ever since I saw the Wreck-It Ralph movie. I did want to bring the princesses to life because I think that when you give the princesses a wider wardrobe and a wider range of ways to be seen, you kind of make them a little bit more real. That's just my take, and I'm the only company in Puerto Rico who actually does that. So that's one of the things that makes my company unique. And when I started out, this ex-boss of mine, this woman, which we're gonna call Boss X, she decided to copy that and start advertising that her princesses had casual outfits, and she did book a party in a princess casual outfit. And let me just say that when I saw the pictures of when this happened, I wanted to scream, because we're talking about casual outfits like these that I'm showing here. My princesses have various multiple outfits where they give classes and they go to different places, and I try to keep them as magical as possible and as close to their character as possible. Let me explain just a little bit so that you can understand the story a bit better. Snow White is a very classic princess. You're never going to see Snow White as a hippie, for example. Snow White is more of an innocent, soft girl aesthetic type of look, whereas Belle can pull off an academia look, not that dark academia, but like an academia look. And you have Rapunzel, which is a more cottagecore type of look, and Cinderella is more a bit of a glam look. You see how each princess has a different aesthetic? We try to fit that into the casual outfit. So this woman books an Ariel party, and Ariel shows up to this party with a horrible, horrible makeup, but that is a different thing. That's the performer's hand. And in a long sleeve, Ariel, in a long sleeve purple shirt that has absolutely nothing in it, no sparkles, no shells, no nothing, in like very light blue jeans, and the first Converse that she could find, they were white, and she had like a hoodie, like a teal aqua hoodie wrapped around her waist, and she worked a party like that. Now think for a moment, Ariel. Do you think Ariel wears long sleeves in the middle of summer or even as a character? No! Ariel has a very beachy, tropical aesthetic. So that is literally the aesthetic and the closet that she would have if she were actually real. So again, we're looking at somebody who was envious of what I had, and she decided to try and copy it but couldn't because obviously she's not me, and that's what I want to bring to you. A lot of companies will try to copy you. A lot of companies will try to be you. A lot of companies will want to have beef with you. The important thing is that you need to keep in mind that they're not you. They can't offer what you offer. And in the end, Clients are the ones that tell. I've had so many clients come to me and say that they used to hire other companies before and they weren't happy or satisfied at all with the service. And when they came to us, they saw how magical it was and how accessible we are. And that is what has really helped us grow as a company. And that is what I'm going to say to you. Don't go into social media saying, oh, other companies don't have this and we have it, because that just looks unprofessional. Try and keep it as professional as possible. If you want your clients to know that you're, like, for example, in my case, that I'm the only company in Puerto Rico that offers casual outfits, that is an excellent post. Did you know that we are the only local company who offers princesses with casual outfits? Yes, this is because our owner, blah, 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 and you create a beautiful, informative post about your company and you educate your clientele, because the best thing that you can do is educate your clientele so that you become that #1 choice. And in the end, your competition is going to get lowered in standards by a ton, because nobody likes an envious person. You kind of get that vibe, and it's not a good vibe to be around. So, recap. People will try to copy you. You will always have competition, sunshine. And that is something that you can't change. What you can change is your attitude towards that competition. Always keep it professional. Do not go bad-mouthing everybody. Try and think of a princess. And this is something that I say in every Meet a Princess video. That is something that I tell every princess from the princess community out there. When you embody Disney princesses as a living and you genuinely love your job, you don't do it because of the money or the exposure or because it's trending. You do it because you genuinely love it, because somewhere inside of you there is a little girl who dreamed about becoming a princess when she was 4, and you want to make that little girl justice, because that is what makes you happy. If you are that type of person, you tend to embody the characters that you portray. You start to adopt these princess qualities in your day-to-day living. As I have become so much more positive since I started up my company. I am a more elegant person, even in the way that I dress on my normal day-to-day basis. I am so much more kind, so much more respectful, because I look up to these characters, because I see how children look up to them and how they are excellent role models. You tend to become a modern-day princess, and a modern-day princess is somebody who's professional all the time. She doesn't curse or tell off people because she can, because of an ego. She doesn't have an ego. And you need to think about yourself as a modern princess, and how would a modern princess deal with these types of situations. And that is the best advice that I can ever give anybody if they're struggling with competitors in this business. I truly hope that this video was very educational for you and that it helped. If you have any more doubts or questions, please leave it on the comment section down below, or any other video ideas that you'd definitely like to see, and I will gladly make them. Happy Blonde signing off, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!